Today I'll be giving you 11 free-to-use ideas or prompts for your shoujo manga, comic, or light novel. It's time to turn your manga into a masterpiece. Idea number 1. A boy turns up to school and finds that his school looks entirely different. It turns out that he has walked into an alternate reality of his school, and despite the fact that he can see all of his classmates on the other side, he cannot talk to them. The only one who is on the same side as him is a girl in his class who was always very shy and timid. But now, with both of them trapped in the other reality, they both search for a way to get out. But quickly discover that it is not a question of how they got trapped there, but who trapped them in the first place. Idea number 2 is, a girl is walking home from school when she stumbles upon a tiny person. She picks them up and carries them back home with her. When morning arrives, she wakes up to find that the person is now fully grown and appears to have lost their memories. They look very mysterious and seem to think that the girl has saved them. Idea number 3. A girl is running late to school. As she is running, she trips over seemingly nothing and falls over. Feeling very embarrassed, she continues to run to school. However, ever since she tripped, strange things have been happening. She has seen mysterious shapes and figures wherever she goes. And the scariest thing of all is that she is able to see her classmate who recently passed away. With the help of her classmate, she uncovers her abilities to see ghosts. However, it seems like someone is watching her. And with each new thing she uncovers, it seems like someone else is trying to hide the truth of her past from her. Idea number 4. Set in a medieval or historical world, the main character is preparing to go to a ball. All the local people in the town were invited, and their family was also invited to go. Once the main character gets to the ball, however, the doors are closed and everyone there is trapped. The dragon man who owns the large manor sealed the townspeople away, though it seems like this person had a good reason to do it. The strange thing, however, is the fact that the main character is able to move, whereas all the people cannot. They are determined to save their people and figure out the truth behind the dragon man. Idea number 5. The main character is a healer, one of the few people born in her family who are able to repair the wounds of others. She is kept under strict guard and is only ever allowed outside the house while being supervised. That all changes when she finds an injured cat in her backyard and heals the cat. When she wakes up the next day, the cat has turned into a person who offers her freedom in exchange for her help. Idea number 6. A girl lives in a forest with her grandmother. Set in the medieval times, they are regarded as witches, despite the fact that they have no powers and simply keep away from other people. When a disease begins spreading in the town, they have no choice but to leave before they become the subject of the people's blame. The only thing the girl takes when she leaves is an old pendant that her mother gave her. As they travel together, the grandmother falls ill and the girl takes refuge at a town nearby with a castle. While the grandmother rests, the girl goes outside and sings in the hope that someone will help them. The prince and the rest of his guards who are travelling through the town on horseback at that moment see her and pause to listen to her singing. The prince notices the pendant around her neck and is surprised because that amulet and the symbol on it belong to his mother who went missing many years ago. Idea number 7. A girl is going to school one day and finds a love letter on the ground. She assumes that someone must have dropped it. Not knowing who it belongs to, she decides to return it if she can find its rightful owner. The letter is very poetic and beautiful, and she feels mesmerized by the words. Though the letter is not addressed to anyone in particular, she decides to write a response to it and keep it to herself in her desk, as a way of getting her mind off the letter. However, the next day she finds a response to her letter in her desk with the same handwriting. She observes the people in her class, but no one seems to be the type to write something like that. Feeling very confused, she becomes determined to find out who is writing the letter by writing letters in return. Idea number 8. The music club at school is about to disband. The youngest member is determined to stop that from happening and seeks other people to join. However, while she is trying to convince someone, the most popular boy at school approaches her and asks if he can join. Feeling very stunned, she agrees if he can play music. When the music club disbands, only the two of them are the only ones remaining, which feels rather awkward. However, they both decide to make the most of it and maybe even become friends in the process. Idea number 9. A girl finds a music box in her locker one day. She never put it there and she wonders how it managed to get there. The music box is locked and requires a key to open it. She wonders if someone in her school has the key to the music box and begins to search for this mysterious person. Idea number 10. On a rainy day, the main character stumbles into an old bookshop off the street to get shelter from the downpour. The man who owns the bookshop is quiet-natured and kind, and lots of the books seem ancient, containing writing in a language that the main character has never seen before. Feeling a little spooked, the main character leaves once the rain stops and determines to never come back. However, when they leave the bookshop, they are startled to find that the world around them has now changed. They are now in a historical fantasy world, and the books in the store have become new. Now trapped in another world, the main character is determined to find a way to get back home, starting with the man who owns the bookshop, who looks exactly the same as he did in the future. Idea number 11. The main character is able to turn themselves into a dragon. They have had this power since they were young, and in this magical world, this power isn't all that strange to have. Determined to master her power, she works hard to get into a school of magic to help her master her new abilities. But the competition at this school is ruthless, and the main character isn't sure if her transformation powers hold up to the challenge, but she is determined to try. Thank you for joining me in today's video, everyone. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please let me know in the comment section down below. Let me know which ideas were your favorite. I would love to hear your thoughts. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!